All right, I'm going to start off with this one. We have an Audi A6 here. Right now it's in the middle of semi-diagnosing. I'm basically done with the diagnosis. Now this is after another person actually looked at it and determined that this car needs a body control module, but this person doesn't understand how the system works, so he's throwing a diagnosis based on knowledge he doesn't have. So the thing is, whenever you try to get your car diagnosed for something like this where the headlights don't work, and first off, the person that started to diagnose this car didn't understand how the system works, so he totally missed that there were two blown fuses and was just saying there was no power coming to the headlights, but didn't bother to find out why. So the thing is, I didn't believe him. I took over the car and did a little bit of just bare minimum research, pulled my fault codes, ran output test, nothing happened. But I did replace the two blown fuses, and then I got my LED strips back. But my HIDs still didn't work. So because this car already had the rear covers off the headlights, I went and obtained another headlight that I had, plugged it in, still no operation. So just a very minor amount more research into my fault code, and everybody says, check your ballasts. Well, because this wasn't my car to diagnose to begin with, I decided, okay, I'm gonna go check ballasts. Because I really haven't put more than about 20 minutes of effort in this car after the other person spent about 3 hours to come the conclusion that it needed a body control module and programming and other things. So even the people on the forums know that whenever you have a car that has water inside the headlights, that most likely body control module is not going to cut it. So this is our headlight module. As we can see, there's rust and there's water standing inside it. So point of the total rant here is, before you trust somebody that tells you need a module, ask them why. You don't have to be rude about it, but ask them to explain to you what's going on, what the module isn't doing that it should, or what is it doing that it shouldn't. This is very basic, and if this person understands anything at all about diagnosing and how systems work, they'll be able to explain to you in words that you can understand, or words that you can't, maybe, I don't know. But they should be able to explain to you in a simple enough terms as to why it has failed, and explain to you what it's not doing and what it should be doing that it isn't, or whatever. Explain to you the reason that it needs to happen. If they can't explain to you that, then take the car somewhere else, get another opinion before you go spending thousands of dollars on modules. It's not worth it. And at the end of the day, getting a second opinion is not going to hurt anybody's feelings. And if it does, then you probably should find somewhere else to take your car. I don't mind at all if you want a second opinion of what I think. Because if I'm going to go to the point of telling you that it needs it, I'm going to have rock solid proof before that happens. The only way that ever will go outside of that is if it's a car that I have never seen before, and it's a car that I can't get information on, and I can tell you based on my diagnosis, based on what I've found with other vehicles, this is what's going on with it. But every now and then you find those really rare cars that no one has information on, some older Ferraris, old Aston Martins, things like this that I can't get information for. All I can do is take a good educated guess and do all this testing and say, I know this works, I know this works, I know this works. So the only thing left in this whole system is this other component. And based on the fact that all these other things work, well, this has to be the culprit. But on most modern cars, diagnosis should be pretty solid, and the person diagnosing should be able to explain to you what's actually going on with the car. They should be able to explain to you why it doesn't work and what's going on with it. Anyway, that's a long rant just to say, you know, be careful of who you take your car to. Make sure it's a reputable person. Make sure they have the diagnostic abilities needed to diagnose your car. Thanks for watching, and you know, come back and watch some more. I try to do videos where I can explain things and show you how to do things yourself and show you what proper repairs look like. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, and have a good one. I'll see you next time.